What's up, guys? C-Jax back with another video, and as you can see, man, I attended night 2 of WrestleMania 40 in Philly, in person. It was absolutely masterful, bro, and I watched night 1 at home. I have to say, man, I hate recency bias. I hate all that. Y'all know this from all my reviews on Marvel and DC, all that crap. I don't like recency bias, but this was the greatest WrestleMania that I have ever seen in my life, dude. The matches, the storytelling, the quality, the crowd, night 2 at least, because the crowd night 1 was pretty garbage. Anyways, the whole entire thing from start to finish, the ending, the beginning, insane. Absolutely insane, man. Unexpected stuff happened. Craziness occurred, but everything made it and culminated this WrestleMania as the greatest that I have ever seen. And to be able to experience that night 2 in person with my brother, who I've obviously grown up with. You know, we grew up bonding over this wrestling stuff. John Cena, Undertaker showing up, The Rock, CM Punk, Roman Reigns, Rollins in the Shield gear. Dude, this was an amazing weekend, man, for wrestling, and I think it is the best weekend and best time in the history of wrestling as far as I'm concerned, bro. And, you know, I just want to go ahead and just say my thoughts on the whole entire pay-per-view, the PLE, whatever you want to call it. So, yeah, man, I'm going to start off with night 1, break down all that. We're going to quickly move through night 1 and get to night 2 where the craziness started to get real insane. Now, the first match of night 1 was Rhea Ripley versus Becky Lynch. I honestly think this did exactly what it needed to do. It was a good first match, set up everything else cool. The energy was nice. We also had a bunch of great moments like the near falls as well, the riptide off the turnbuckle and then in the middle of the ring. Becky Lynch, I thought that she should have done the manhandle slam from the top rope and then Rhea kick out. The match kind of ended abruptly, but overall, it was a very good show start. It was cool to see Rhea retain in front of that Philly crowd. And at the end of the day, the fact that Rhea Ripley apparently had a panic attack before this match, and Becky Lynch also apparently had a fever and strep throat, and they still were able to put on this good of a match is very, very impressive. It's not Rhea Ripley and Charlotte level, but this is a pretty good match. And the next was the six-pack ladder match, and this match was simply fun from start to finish. First off, the DDT through the table, man, wow. What even, like, who thought of that? That was great. It was awesome to watch. You had Austin Theory and Waller. They won the SmackDown championships. And then we also had R-Truth and The Miz finally get their awesome WrestleMania moment. Seeing R-Truth get those titles, man, and go overcome the Judgment Day. Very, very good match. And it was honestly very entertaining the whole night through. You can make the argument that it was the second most entertaining match on night 1 because it was pretty good and I liked it. Now this is where night 1 for me kind of just became like So the Rey Mysterios and Andrade match versus Dominic Mysterio and Santos, it was okay. It was cool. I mean, Jason Kelsey and Lane Johnson got up there in the middle of that, so that was cool to see. But at the end of the day, this match just didn't really move me. It had a couple cool moments, like when they lunged the guy off the middle rope. That was pretty awesome. But other than that, nothing really crazy. I was expecting Carlito to turn heel, but I guess that'll happen this week at some point. But yeah, cool match, not too bad. And the next was Jay versus Jimmy Uso, which I believe is one of the worst matches on the entire PLE. The fact that this match didn't have a stipulation was already something that bothered me from the beginning. And then to see how they pretty much had the same moveset the entire match, which is expected. I mean, this match was mainly for the story aspect, but to see 90 super kicks being thrown and not much innovative offense, it was kind of a stale wrestling match, you know, but it was cool to see them fight against each other, I guess, but a pretty underwhelming match, and it's disappointing that it could have been better. And then we had the Jade, Bianca, and Naomi match versus the Damage Control, and honestly, man, this match was just okay. Did what it needed to do. It introduced Jade Cargill, gave her a couple cool moves. Bianca Belair had good moments, same with Naomi. Damage Control got squashed. Whatever, you know, pretty standard stuff, nothing crazy. The match was just okay, you know, nothing crazy. And then we had Gunther versus Sami Zayn, which is probably the most unexpected match from night 1. The fact that Sami Zayn won this, man, the whole entire walkout they had him do to the ring where he's talking to people backstage like Kevin Owens, his wife, etc. Just the hype leading into that, then for him to come out and do the let's go, like that was pretty awesome, I have to say. That entrance was great. The actual match quality was very good as well. Gunther was pretty much dominating the entire time, and then Sami fought back, came through, and unexpectedly just abruptly won the match after 2 Aluva kicks and the brainbuster. Like, it was a very, very good match. I'm not sure if I would have taken the title off of Gunther, but the match was very good, and the moment was good for Sami Zayn, and I think the crowd loved it. People across the world who saw the pay-per-view seemed to like it, so I honestly enjoyed it. I wish Gunther would have retained, but the way that they did it to have Sami actually win the match was honestly pretty good. And then lastly was The Rock and Roman Reigns versus Cody Rhodes and Seth Rollins. One of the best built WrestleMania main events I've ever seen, and it definitely lived up to the hype, dude. This match was absolute cinema. Unbelievable, man. The start of the match, first 10 minutes was kind of slow. They're building you into the great parts of the matchup, and then it just gets insane. The Rock gets tagged in. Him and Roman are going at Cody and Seth. You had the moment where Cody Rhodes rock bottoms the Rock through a table. Like, that was awesome. To see the Rock taking all these bumps and talking trash during the match, kind of cheating a little bit too and telling the ref, hey, if you count, you're fired. Don't F with the final boss. Like, it was so good, man. The Rock did really good. The best match by any wrestler above the age of 50 that I've ever seen, for sure. And on top of that, the fact that Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins were able to fight against each other was cool to see that. Roman spearing Seth through the barricade moments after Rock got put through a table. Like, this match was just incredible, man. It got fast-paced. It got good. The storytelling, the Rock spearing Roman Reigns spearing the Rock. Oh my gosh, dude. This was a very, very good match from start to finish. The best tag match I've ever seen. It was a masterpiece. Set you up, had its middle part of insanity, had its ending of insanity. Very, very great match, and it lived up to the hype. I'm glad it did. Best tag match I've ever seen. So night one, to be honest, is capping out at, I'd say, like a 7.5. Now, it started off really good, and it ended incredibly, but at the end of the day, the couple matches like the Rey and Andrade match versus Dominic and Santos were kind of just like meh. Jay versus Jimmy was really disappointing and underwhelming, borderlining on being a bad match. And then the Jade, Cargill, Naomi, Bianca versus Damage Control match was predictable, kind of boring at points, and it's kind of slogged through, did what it needed to do. It was all right. But overall, the night ended up being good, I would say. It did what it needed to do, setting up night two and its insanity, and it ended and started on a good note with a couple nice moments in between, but also some mediocre/bad stuff too. Night one, 7.5 out of 10. It was a good night one, but it could have been better. But now, night two of WrestleMania 40. Wow, dude, let's just jump in. Seth Rollins and Drew McIntyre put on a banger. Not only were the entrances to the ring absolutely incredible, but the fact that they were actually able to put on this great of a match after Seth had just been through war the night before in the tag match was honestly very impressive. All the false finishes, the near falls, Seth curb stomping Drew on the table, Drew talking trash to CM Punk, and then you ultimately have Seth kind of like the war-torn veteran. He's like, you're going to have to beat me if you want to take this title. You're going to have to kick me more, all that stuff with the Claymore. Then Drew did it. Match ended. It was just, oh man, it was awesome, dude. And then obviously Damian Priest with the cash-in after, one of the best cash-ins in the history of WWE. For some reason, Damian Priest waited long to cash it in. He was doing a lot of dumb stuff, which I'm sure us as wrestling fans picked up on. He wouldn't cash in at moments where Seth was dang near knocked out outside the ring on Raw or at a PLE, but he cashed in now and made the most of it, and the cash-in was great. Witnessing that in person, man, was epic. The entrances, I forgot to mention, The Rock's entrance in night one, bro. The final boss, the fire around the Brahma Bull, the levels complete until 99%. You got one more guy, that final boss. Incredible, dude. Drew and Seth, man, put on a banger of a match. And to see CM Punk get up and, knock Drew down, stomp on him a little bit. And then they created this meme as well from Punk. Oh my God. No. Like, this was awesome, dude. This match, it was very good. I'd say it's one of the best matches I've seen at a WrestleMania in a very, very long, not even very long time, because there's been a lot of bangers the last 2 years, but it was an amazing match. You get the point. And Seth Rollins telling Drew, you deserve this, man. You deserve this moment. Just very emotional moment for Seth Rollins, man. Great match, great ending, great cash-in, CM Punk on commentary. What else can I say, man? Banger. Drew and Seth put on an absolute banger of a match, and to see CM Punk fight back against Drew, Seth tell Drew, you deserve this, and then the Priest cash in. It had a great beginning because we thought Drew was going to win just immediately off that Claymore. Had a great ending, a great middle part too with them going at it. It was a finisher fest, but it was a great finisher fest that I absolutely loved and enjoyed. And to see the cash-in, man, wow, just seeing that in real time, I'm thinking back about it now, man. It was awesome. Very, very great match. One of the best of the show. And then we had Bobby Lashley and the Street Profits versus the Final Testament. I almost forgot their name because I'm so sick of this feud. This match was honestly just kind of standard. It was average. Cool to see Bobby Lashley get a WrestleMania moment there with the Street Profits and Bubba Ray Dudley as a special guest referee. Crowd was hyped when he came out, man. That was a really, really awesome moment to see that. And they did the get the tables, and he puts him through the table. It was awesome, and it was a predictable match. B-Fab slamming Scarlett through that table too was unexpected and kind of insane, but that was a really cool moment as well. Overall, just a standard match, moves the hype along the show and gives you a couple 10 minutes of fun. Pretty cool match, man. And Bubba Ray Dudley getting his moments, peak. And then LA Knight, yeah, him getting his match versus AJ Styles. AJ Styles had a brand new theme. I was able to record the moment when AJ Styles and LA Knight were, coming down to the ring and stuff. It was awesome. But the biggest thing about this entire situation is the fact that during this match, the crowd, because I was there, they were chanting, what were they saying? Yeah, F these lights. F these lights, F these lights. There were these lights that were like getting in our way, and they kind of started to show as the sun went down and stuff like that. And so LA Knight and AJ Styles, when the crowd was just so active during that match, it added to the match. One of LA Knight's better matches, I'd say, in the history of his time at WWE. AJ Styles put on a good show as well. I like how AJ Styles just ran down from the ramp and just started fighting from the get-go. The match started out like that. They ripped the stuff off the ground and let it be concrete. LA Knight got, flipped over onto it. It was a really, really good, showing for LA Knight, I thought. I don't think it's a great match by any standards, but it was a pretty solid, it was a good match, It was a good match considering the two competitors, their ages, and, what the show needed. They just needed a little pep in the step in the crowd. LA Knight got them going. The Philly crowd was live and vibing, and everybody was down with LA Knight, yeah, getting that victory and continuing to push forward as the megastar. And then we got Logan Paul versus Randy Orton versus Kevin Owens. This match was a banger triple threat, dude. Absolute banger. Witnessing the entrances too, man. Seeing them all come down the ramp, seeing Randy Orton, Kevin Owens. And, he had the walkout too where he talked to Sami Zayn before the match and then went out there. And then Logan Paul in the prime truck shooting out confetti and stuff, or the sparks and the pyro. It was honestly awesome to see all the entrances. And then when the match actually started, the comedy in this match was incredible, dude. Randy Orton going for the RKO on Kevin Owens and then going like, didn't mean to do that. And then looking back at him, like, all of that was sick. You also had the moment where Logan Paul does that big frog splash at the end. Kevin Owens, the pop-up powerbomb into the RKO from Randy Orton was incredible. Logan Paul had his moments where he was just getting double teamed by Randy Orton and KO. That was pretty cool. And then the I Show Speed cameo in the Prime bottle, and then him getting RKO'd on the table by Randy Orton after getting absolutely Spartan kicked down by Randy Orton as well. And then he's barking at Orton. Orton's barking at him. The cursing that Speed was doing as well. Like, oh man, this was an absolutely incredible match, I have to say. I had fun from start to finish with it. The humor was there. The storytelling was there. The action was there. It was a great match, man. The brass knucks were used. All around, great match. One of Logan Paul's best in the company. Honestly, I'd say it's one of all of their best matches. It was a great triple threat match. Logan Paul retains. Pretty cool moment. And then Io Sky versus Bayley for the WWE Women's Championship. This match started off pretty like, I was kind of because I wasn't really invested in this feud. I'm still really not. But at the end of the day, after about like 10, 15 minutes, it started to really start to kick in. You had Bayley doing finishers to Io Sky. Io Sky's doing the moonsault from all three different levels of the ropes. It was awesome to watch that as well. Bayley's entrance was pretty interesting. She came out like some Egyptian goddess kind of thing. It was kind of cool, whatever. And then she came out to the ring. The crowd was hyped for her. They gave her pop, and she ultimately had her moment, overcoming Io Sky and finally getting revenge on her and beating her and winning that title. So it's great that Bayley was able to get that moment. The near falls, all the false finishes, again, the false finishes and near falls during this WrestleMania from match to match were strictly brilliant, man. They were incredible. And on top of that, in this match as well, we also got to see that Bayley was doing, her elbow that got countered, and then Io Sky put her into the face lock. Like, a really, really good match. It got better as it got along, and I've been thinking about this match, and I'm like, this is a pretty good match. So, yeah, good match. It was good to see Bayley get her moment and get that WWE Women's Championship. Yeah, overall, very good. And then, Roman Reigns versus Cody Rhodes. The greatest main event match in the history of WWE, arguably. Absolute banger. First off, let's just say something. Cody Rhodes' entrance was insane. Roman Reigns' entrance was awesome. The orchestra. It was literally the entrance that you would see for a final boss. We know The Rock goes by the final boss now, but this entrance was very final boss level, and it was great, man. It was just simply great to see all those people playing those instruments for Roman as he walks down to the ring. And then on top of that, the actual match they put on before all the craziness, before all the cameos, everything, it was amazing. I mean, Cody Rhodes and Roman were doing some of their best work, I think, in terms of matches that they've ever done. The spears, the crossroads by Roman, and then him talking trash and saying, ain't nobody winning with that garbage move. And then you have him on the ropes, and he's like, this is my company, you little, you know what. This match, dude, like Roman Reigns' trash talk, the move set, Cody Rhodes going for the spear, the near falls, the kick outs. We know Roman Reigns is the king of kicking out at 2.99, and he does it here. Cody Rhodes was doing it. They were fighting inside of the crowd in the first 10 minutes of the match. Like, this match started off, they did the face off, and from that point on, just went into it all the way, dude. It was a great showing of talent, the in-ring work, the storytelling, man. And I guess now that we talked about that first 20 minutes, which was honestly match of the year worthy, even before the cameos and stuff, the match that they were putting on, like I said, was a masterpiece. It would have, even if there was no interference, let's just say it was a normal match, this match would have been considered probably the greatest of the year or the greatest of the last year and a half. It was incredible what they were doing before all the cameos. But then the cameos came in and made a 9 out of 10 match a freaking 20 out of 10. First off, you have Solo Sikoa coming there. Jimmy Uso came down first, did the super kick on Cody, and then Jey Uso beats him up, spears him off the ramp onto, like, through tables, which was already better than anything they did in night one in their match, that garbage. And then after that, you have Solo Sikoa come down, does a little spike action on Cody Rhodes. Cody Rhodes kicks out. They do a spike spear combo. Cody Rhodes kicks out again, and then John Cena comes down to the ramp, dude. The pop was insane. Let me just play this video. Absolutely insane, incredible pop. John Cena puts Solo Sikoa right through a table, which was awesome. And then they do a close-up on him. I saw this in person, so I didn't see the close-up, right? But then I just saw The Rock's music blare. The final boss comes down to the ring. We get a face-off between John Cena and The Rock for the first time in, 11 years at WrestleMania 29. Like, dude, it was incredible. The atmosphere, the crowd, the storytelling, the acting by Cena and Rock, dude. Oh my gosh, so good. And then Cena does a "You Can't See Me" like he did at WrestleMania 28, which cost him to get rock bottom and lose. Does the "You Can't See Me" here, goes for the punch, Rock counters, rock bottom. Everyone thinks it's done. The Rock's talking trash. He's like, get the F out the final boss's ring. Man, The Rock was, what was The Rock wearing too? The final boss little like vest with like those white pants. Dude's getting ready to go to a wedding. But anyways, he does all of that, right? After that moment, I think that's when we got, the Shield. The Shield music hits. I'm looking around in the arena. Everyone around me is looking around the stands. Is Dean Ambrose and Seth Rollins really about to come out here and do something crazy? Are they about to do this? It's just Seth Rollins coming out with a chair. I didn't even see it, but then I saw Roman Reigns, Superman punched him. Rollins is knocked out. Rock's continuing to talk trash. And then you hear the boom of The Undertaker. Lights go out for about 15, 20 seconds. Lights come back on. Undertaker's sitting in that ring, dog. The Rock turns around. He's talking trash and then sees The Undertaker. He's like, oh, crap. Undertaker picks him up. Choke slam right there in the middle of the ring, dude. Absolutely insane. Lights go out again. Roman Reigns is there with Cody in a chair. Roman Reigns picks up the chair, and this is when the storytelling gets even more layered. We all remember not WrestleMania, 2014 Raw. Seth Rollins turns on the Shield and hits Roman Reigns in the back with the chair. Roman Reigns falls down to the bottom rope, right? Roman Reigns has a choice now with the chair. He can either hit Cody Rhodes or he can hit Seth Rollins. And because of all those years of pent-up frustration and anger and that internal hurt that Seth Rollins has cost him ever since he broke up the Shield, Roman Reigns hits Seth Rollins in the back with the chair instead of hitting Cody Rhodes, giving Cody Rhodes enough time to recover and counter Roman Reigns' spear, hit the 3 crossroads, and finish the story. At WrestleMania 40, the crowd went insane when this happened. Come on! And it just shows that Seth lived up to his promise. He told Cody Rhodes, I will be your Shield. against the Bloodline and against Roman Reigns. And he was that shield, man. It just shows you that the stuff that Seth Rollins did in 2014 is still sticking with Roman to this day, dude. The 10-year long-term storytelling, the build-up, absolutely incredible. Seth Rollins pretty much gave up his WrestleMania to end the Bloodline, dude. The tag match, put his body on the line, then lost the world title, then comes back later and puts himself on the line, gets hit by a chair shot in order to shield Cody Rhodes away and let him finish his story and end Roman Reigns' reign as champion, dude. Unbelievable storytelling, masterful finish, masterpiece match, masterpiece cameos, masterpiece in-ring work. The entrances were masterful. The outfits were masterful. What else is there needing to be said, bro? And then this moment where Roman Reigns and Paul Heyman are up on the stage just realizing how far they've come and how it's all coming to an end, the title reign. This ending was the greatest in WrestleMania history, bro. It's the greatest. That match was insane. Insane, bro. And the fact that it was already, like I said, already a 9 or 10 out of 10 match before the cameos, before all the interruptions, then the interruptions came in, and it became a 30 out of 10. Like, you had an 8.5 out of 10 opening to the show, a 9 out of 10 arguably with Damian Priest cashed in, Seth vs. Drew, CM Punk on commentary, all that. You end the show with the greatest main event ever. How can that not be the greatest WrestleMania? How? And then the rest of the show in between was all amazing outside of what? The Bobby Lashley match was kind of just like, eh. And the LA Knight AJ Styles match was solid, but could have been better. It should have had a stipulation, but that's it. That's it, bro. This show was incredible. And I have to give WrestleMania Night 2, obviously, I'm going to give it a 10 out of 10. It was masterful. And realistically, it's like a 20 out of 10. I'm not going to lie. It's the best run. It's the best night in the history of the company, bro. So I'm giving it a 20 out of 10. Night 1 was a 7.5 out of 10. So overall, the grade for this show is a 27.5 out of 10, bro. That's what I'm giving this show. Masterful. The storytelling, the crowd, the eruptions, the pops, the in-ring work, the storytelling, the emotions when Cody won and he got to hand the belt to his mom because Dusty passed away. And the whole locker room's coming out there to help him and stuff too, and to lift him up. Wow, man. I can't believe I got to witness that, dude. We all got to witness it. I saw it in person, but it's still, even if you saw it on TV, I still would have gotten as hyped because it's incredible. Yeah. Best WrestleMania of all time. That's all I have to say about it in terms of a review, dude. Yeah. Wow. The experience of WrestleMania 40. Unbelievable. Seeing that in person again with my brother. Absolutely insane. The pop, the crowd night 1 was mid. The crowd night 2, insurmountable. Insurmountable, bro. Unbeatable. Unbelievable. Yeah, we'll see where WWE goes from here, but this new era, this Triple H era stuff, dude, and the fact that Roman Reigns, first off, can we just say thank you to Roman Reigns? Because the only reason I started watching wrestling again last year is because of Roman Reigns and the Bloodline story. It's the greatest story in the history of professional wrestling, and although Roman Reigns didn't get his flowers in the 2010s, and he didn't get necessarily the exact respect I believe he deserved for what he's done the last 40 years, I'm here to give him his respect, bro. I acknowledge your tribal chief, put them ones up in the sky, because he saved professional wrestling and advanced it to now where we can get to this new renaissance, new Triple H era, bro. His creativity, his storytelling, his in-ring work, his promos, his aura, everything about him he made unique, and he brought this company to a brand new height with what he did. So yeah, man, WrestleMania 40 is a masterpiece. Roman Reigns has arguably the greatest title reign in the history of professional wrestling. And we just witnessed the greatest main event in the history of WWE, bro. Masterpiece WrestleMania, best I've ever seen. If you saw it, let me know what you thought about it in the comment sections below. And as always, I hope you guys have a phenomenal day, man. Peace out, my brothers. WrestleMania 40, masterpiece.